Hello, Rivermen fans. Welcome into the Final Horn postgame show presented by the Peoria Journal-Star. And with Dave Aminian, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. In between us, back from the Fort Wayne Comets, Jakob Reichert, goal and an assist. Heck of a first period there, Reichs. Good to be back in Peoria.
Absolutely. We came out hot this season and a bunch of wins, and it's good to be back and get a win right away here.
Darren McCormick and Zach Nieminen were part of your line tonight. You know, those two in your absence and even before you left have been kind of a 1A, 1B sort of option here with this team. Watching that line out there in Cleve, I know you and I both were, it's hard to say, like, this doesn't even look like an SPHL line. There's just so much talent, especially in that first period, even some in the second. Felt like every shift was a scoring chance.
Yeah, I thought we played well again tonight. We picked up right where we left off. Playing with a guy like McCormick, that guy can score from anywhere, so just give him the puck. And you got Neiman in great two-way center, so it's really easy to play with those guys out there. They help a lot, and we want to continue keeping it going here.
Walk through that goal that McCormick got. You picked the pocket on a pretty good veteran player in the neutral zone.
Yeah, they were coming out with the puck, and we had a little bit of a neutral zone forecheck. It was kind of a bit of an odd one there, about halfway up through the zone. Just poked off his stick, started skating toward the net, and saw McCormick back door. And like I said earlier, he passed him the puck, it's going to go in. So,
yeah, it's Darren McCormick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The call up you had at Fort Wayne. This is your first night back from it. You looked you really looked confident playing out there tonight, and you really have in every game you've played this year. Does that help being up in that situation?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, higher level guys are more skilled. Everything's a little faster. So I think just getting that experience and having last year's experience too is just something you can bring, and just all comes together in the game like that.
And maybe the ghost of Sweeney Schreiner riding around with you out there too.
Yeah, I think so.
Jacob's great uncle is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
First Russian-born player in the NHL.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's a cool little fact.
All right, well, Reichs, hey, we appreciate it. Great to see you back here with the Rivermen. We'll go ahead and we'll bring in Jean-Guy Trudel right now, but congrats on the win tonight, man, and let's keep rolling.
Absolutely. Thank you. Go Rivermen.
All right. He says go Rivermen at the end of everything. Every radio interview I do with him, he says the same thing.
Trudel's got these guys trained.
Sorry, I just got to grab my shaker.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of the details. Part of the details we talk about.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's bring in the coach here, Jean-Guy Trudel. Feels like not that long ago you were at your 234th win. You passed Jason Christie. Now you're at 240. This team's 11-0-1. I mean, what can't be said, especially after beating back-to-back President's Cup champions?
Yeah, just happy. I thought we had a good week this week. I thought the boys were energized. Like we spoke earlier, our first break's coming up here next week. We're giving the boys 4 days off. So you mentioned to me, I remember, you're like, are you scared they're not going to play as well because they know they're going to break? And I told you, usually before we go to break, the guys really step up because they know they have nothing to save it for. They put it all on the line, and they did. The first two periods, I thought we played great hockey. I know the shots don't look like we dominated, but I felt like in all aspect we kind of did what we had to do to make sure that we took away what they do really well, which is transition in their power play, and the boys did great.
Another thing they do really well, and unfortunately we know that firsthand here, is keep playing and keep coming at you. And you prepared your team for that. That's a veteran team. Yeah,
I didn't like our first 6 minutes of the second period. I thought we went back to our run and gun, point night kind of way, and against them they can score in bunches, so you have to be careful. If you eliminate the neutral zone from them, you're in business, and then after that, of course, on the power play they're deadly. So we did a good job of being pretty disciplined here out there. So like I said, it's always about take away their strengths, work on their weaknesses, and that's how we did offensively. I thought the first period we cycled really well. We took the puck to the net, so it's going to be the same thing tomorrow. They're not going to quit. They don't quit, that team, and they can score really fast. So we got to make sure we do the job.
And, of course, the third period tonight was all about game management for you. And your goaltender, Eric Levine, was tremendous. He made some saves on that power play sequence that were outrageous.
Yeah, it was. It was, I always say the game is in hand by then, but it's always great for a goalie. You want the goalie to have success, especially the way he's been playing. He's been playing phenomenal. So I always say our goalies this year, I think that's why we're winning a lot. They're winning us the game in the first period. He made 2-3 really big saves that people don't talk about at the end of the game because you kind of forget about the first period. But in the first period, he made 2-3 big saves that it could have been a game changer there. And then after that, we took over and we did what we had to do to get that big lead. And like you said, it's human nature in the third period when you're up 4-0. You just, it's kind of puck management, and you try to just. But they did have 2-3 chances that we didn't like. But you can't get mad at the boys when you have a 4-0 lead. You're doing your job.
Last question we'll ask you before you go. We talked to him. Let's talk to you about him. Jakob Reichert, goal and assist in the first period. How nice is it to have Reichs back in the lineup?
It's nice, just adds to depth. You know what I mean? Like when he leaves, the depth was a little short. You know what I mean? So it's always nice. You get Reichs comes back, and I love the way we talked about. He's been in communication with me. He's actually happy. You know, everybody wants to play at the next level, but Reichs, like you said, go Rivermen. He's all in 100%. We had a great conversation before he came in, and he told me, he's like, I want to play hockey. I want to play in every situation, and that line just came out in the first period. Like you said, they had the puck on a string the whole first period, and I honestly thought a lot of the players, though, Carvalho and Hags, and those guys are back also. They played another fantastic game. So you win as a team, and you start with Levy saving us in the first period, a few saves, and after that, guys taking over, and that's what we've been doing all year.
It's been a deadly dozen for the other SPHL teams. Peoria is 11-0-1 through 12. Lucky number 13 maybe tomorrow night against the Huntsville Havoc rematch right back here in Carver Arena at 7:15. But that will do it for now. On the Final Horn postgame show for Jakob Reichert, Jean-Guy Trudel, Dave Minion, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. We'll see you next time.